So if you've been living under a rock or just can't be bothered to browse the Paladins subreddit, Paladins official website, or follow members of the community on Twitter like myself and many others, you probably wouldn't know about the community skin contest, where players can submit their own design based on the champion chosen through a voting poll. In the end, 4 champions, one from each class, were chosen to receive submissions. Leon for damage, Ashe for frontline, Grover for support, and Talus for flank. The deadline has passed for the skin submissions, and voting has already started, so I encourage you to vote for your favorite if you haven't already. Before you do that, however, I encourage you to sit through this video before submitting a vote for Talus specifically. I'm not going to beat around the bush here and drag out the video longer than it should be, because wasting time with filler isn't really needed right now. I'm actually surprised no one caught on with this yet. It may come as a shock to you, but certainly not to me. Hi-Rez is pulling some shit again, and we need to talk about it, because if someone doesn't, then things won't be changed. I just want to clarify that I welcomed the community skin contest, and I even participated in it. As a joke, but still nonetheless, I submitted something. I think it's awesome that Hi-Rez is giving the player base an opportunity to create skins for some of their favorite characters. To one day see your creation in a game played by tons of people worldwide is like a dream, and for those of you who have entered a skin submission for Talus, or any of the others, all I could say is, better luck next time. If you figured out what this video is based on from what I just said, congrats, you're smarter than you think. If you aren't aware of the situation at hand, allow me to explain exactly what's going on. Hi-Rez again didn't follow their own rules. Initially, the skin contest was announced 2 months ago in a blog post on the official Paladins website. A general outline was written, letting participants know the process from beginning to end. Stage 1, champion selection, is self-explanatory. The contest was for 1 champion per category, and the winners were already chosen. In Stage 2, it states that we will narrow it down to 5 of the best skin concepts we receive for each champion, and open that up to another round of voting. Another round of voting, which implies the community voting going on right now. So far, it's simple to understand, no explanation is necessary, you don't really need to elaborate on any of that. In a more recent post made by Hi-Rez Molly, providing further details on the matter, again, it is stated that we'll be choosing up to 5 of the best concepts for each champion as finalists. Do you see a connection here? Do you see a consistency? Something with the number 5? In both official posts that as of right now are still up on the Paladins website, it clearly states that they will narrow it down, or alternatively, will be choosing up to 5 of the best skin concepts for each champion. So the question is, why does Talus have 6 when all the other champions only have 5? This isn't fair at all to the people that submitted skins for any of the champions, including Talus. People went into this thing knowing only 5 submissions would be chosen for each. They knew what the odds were. There were even some people that didn't think that they would win, so they didn't submit their skin in the contest, because they thought only 5 would be chosen, and they didn't think that theirs would be good enough. So the question is, why does Talus get special treatment? What if there was a really good Leon, Ashe, or Grover skin concept that was cut from the final list of submissions because they had to narrow it down to 5? What if one of the other skins that were cut ended up being the one the majority of the players voted for? That's not fair to any of the people that entered the contest, or the people that were voting in the contest. Maybe my tinfoil hat is on a bit too tight, but every time I look deeper and deeper into this skin community conspiracy theory, the more I convince myself that the reason why Talus has 6 skins is because of Talia. It fits in with already made skins from the previous Halloween event, and the skins are dated to come out sometime in October, as stated in one of the Hi-Rez news posts. Thunderbrush personally retweeted the skin, obviously showing that he did like it, and compared to the other 5 final skins, Talia is just way more likely to be chosen based on appearance alone. A couple of the other skins look good, but Talia is just so different from the rest. It's like they chose Talia specifically to go against these other skins on purpose. Aesthetically, it just blows the other submissions out of the water. It's also the first submission you see on the page, and the only one with 2 pictures. So if that's not favoritism, I don't know what is. When I retweeted the official announcement on the contest poll being open, I asked why Talus had 6 submissions when the rest only had 5. I didn't get an official response from everybody, but what I was met with did not surprise me. Apparently, Hi-Rez was having a hard time deciding on only 5 skins for Talus because they were all just so good. So they ended up with 6. I searched on Twitter for a post made by Evil Mojo Molly and couldn't find one, so I asked for a personal link to this. I didn't get a link in response, but what I did get was a screenshot. A screenshot of Evil Mojo Molly rationalizing their decision in the official Paladins moderator-only channel on Discord. Now, when we look at all the Talus skins, can we really say for sure that all 6 of these skins are worthy of being finalists? Do you really think that any of the other skins really were the one that they tried to sneak in at the last moment? It's highly, highly unlikely. I bet they just added one of the extra submissions at the end to try and make it seem like it was the extra chosen and not Talia that was chosen. Do you really think that many people submitted skins for Talus anyway, out of all champions? I would have expected, if anything, Leon or Ashe to get a 6th skin choice, with the volume of concepts they receive and all. But Talus? No way. Talia isn't even eligible to be in the contest. In the official Hi-Rez document about the skin contest, it clearly states, this program is only open to individuals residing in the following locations. Collectively, the eligible locations, meaning the US, Canada, Latin America, and the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region, excluding Italy, for some reason. I don't know what they have against me, but whatever. But here's where it gets interesting. Notwithstanding anything to the contrary herein, participation in the contest is void where prohibited, including in territories subject to any sanctions programs administered and enforced by the Office of Foreign Assets Control, the OFAC, of the US Department of Treasury. The person that created the Talia skin lives in Crimea. It's listed on his Twitter and even his Newgrounds page. And if we look at the official government website for the US Department of Treasury, we can clearly see that there are sanctions on Crimea. I'm not going to get into the legality of whether or not it belongs to Ukraine or Russia because that's not what the video is about. But the point is that there are sanctions on Crimea and the skin is still in the contest when it shouldn't be. If you Google Crimea sanction, that link is one of the first ones that pops up. I just don't understand how they didn't catch this. This really cool Ashe skin was disqualified because the person could not participate. They were not 18 or older. But for some reason, even though the creator of the skin of Talia lives in Ukraine, he's allowed to break a rule and enter. It's clear that they want Talia to win. This skin concept has been floating around on the internet for a while now on Twitter and Reddit, and it's gained a huge following with many of the other Paladins YouTube creators. There were literally people begging for this skin to be added so they could buy it. And that's exactly why it was added, and that's why it will win. Sorry, my tinfoil hat was stuck. But really though, for a company that is pushing this as a skin contest, it really isn't that much of a contest now, is it? Especially when we all know Talia is gonna win. Regardless of what was said in the video, I wish the skin creators and voters good luck. You're going to need it. If you've submitted a skin in the contest for any of the champions, or wanted to vote on one that was not included in the final result poll, I urge you to contact Hi-Rez and demand an answer. The only way we could fix these things is if we come together as a community. I did my part, now it's time to do yours. Oh, and one more thing, don't go after the fucking guy that made this skin. Nothing good will come from that. He's not the one that fucked up. He did nothing wrong. He submitted a skin, he created it months ago. So don't bother him about it. Bother Hi-Rez. That's gonna be it for me today. What do you think of the skin contest? Do you think it was rigged? Is my tinfoil hat on too tight? Or did Hi-Rez just fuck up again like they normally do? Let me know how you feel in the comments section down below. And as always, remember to leave a like if you thought it was somewhat entertaining. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you haven't already if you like what you see. My Twitter, Twitch, and Discord links are in the description down below, as well as Syberbolt t-shirts if you feel like supporting me and the channel. Anyway, thanks for watching, and that's pretty much it. I'll see you next time. Later.